Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope you all are doing good. I am Nawera Badur from RX Connect PK, a community connecting pharmacists and PharmD students all across Pakistan, where every pharmacist story matters. Thanks to everyone for joining us. Today, Alhamdulillah, we are having our very first webinar on medical writing. For this, we have our very special guest with us today and meet the industry expert Muhammad Asim Saifi across the border from India. He is a respected pharmacist, trainer, medical writer at Medigo, did his post-graduation in advanced clinical research and pharmacovigilance from ICRI and much more. So without any further ado, let's welcome our honorable guest, Muhammad Asim Saifi. Assalamu alaikum, sir. I hope you are doing good.
Walaikum assalam, Novera. So, assalamu alaikum, everyone, and thanks for this kind gesture and this wonderful introduction for me. So,
Walaikum. Thank you so much
so
for taking out your valuable time for us. So, shall we start the session, sir?
yes, sure.
Okay, so over to you, sir. Everyone, we'll be having a short Q&A session in the last few minutes. So, in between, if you have any questions, so just type in the chat and make sure to listen attentively. Thank you.
O- Okay, so Novera already introduced me to all of you. So I want to little bit introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Asim. I am postgraduate in clinical research and pharmacovigilance, and I am a professional medical writer in Medico. It is a USA based company and one branch in India. And our CEO is Dr. Raghavendra Kulkarni. So let's start. Novera, can I share my PPT?
We have already
Yeah.
presented it, but
No, no,
can
no.
you?
This PPT I have, I want to represent it by myself because
Okay,
it will
sure. Sure, you
be
can.
okay. Okay. So I am sharing my screen. Wait a
Okay.
minute. Okay. So this is a just a second. Okay, so this is a medical writing skills development webinar, and this is organizing by RX Connect PK. And I want to thanks to Soha Farooq who gave me this opportunity. So without any delay, we start. So firstly, what is the medical writing? So I want to introduce about the medical writing in a single definition. Medical writing is deals with the documentation, communication of healthcare, scientific material, research, and also a clinical trials, clinical study reports, clinical trial protocols. Medical content writing is also a part of medical writing. So medical writing, we can say in a single word, medical writing is a communication of healthcare, and it doesn't matter what type of content is that. It can be research, it can be study based, it can be any type of content, it can be blog, healthcare blog and all. So come to medical writing. So this is a professional definition. Medical writing encompasses a wide range of written content related to healthcare, medicine, and the life sciences. So these types of medical writing are essential for communication within the medical and healthcare community. Why we are mentioning that medical and healthcare community? Like we all are pharmacists. I am also a registered pharmacist in India. So we are someone has their own chemist shop. Someone are in hospital as a pharmacist. Someone as clinical pharmacist. So for the medical, so a medical also contain doctors, nurses and all. So there is a new research is coming out and that is a communication by any company, by any scientist, by any by any research scholar. So it is a medical communication for the healthcare providers. They can
Sorry
read
for
and
the
they can
but can you please turn on the slideshow so that's it's more visible?
okay,
Thank
wait
you.
a minute, wait a minute. It's not supporting in my laptop. um, Novera, please
Okay, it's okay.
share you can share. I will represent if you don't mind.
नहीं it's okay ऐसे ठीक है.
Okay, okay, okay. Wait. I was trying, but okay. So I will zoom it. Wait a second.
वो जहाँ
Yeah.
पे जूम होता है ना उसके साथ एक मॉनिटर की स्क्रीन बनी हुई है, वहां पे आप क्लिक करें, वहां पे हो जाएगा ओपन। आप ये थर्ड ऑप्शन देखें। नहीं नहीं सॉरी,
This one. This
यार इसके
one.
साथ वाला और राइट राइट, लास्ट वन, दिस वन।
Yeah. Okay. So communication with the medical and healthcare community, so as well as for the educating patients. So patient, it is a medical content, and the general public. Next are some common types of medical writing. So it is an introduction. Before the medical writing, we should aware about the clinical research, pharmacovigilance, medical writing, and regulatory writing, because these four topics are related to each other. Clinical research contain your medical writing and regulatory writing. We will come on next slide. Medical writing and regulatory writing and PV. So first, we all are aware that what is a clinical research. We are establishing a new molecule in the market through our clinical trials, that is known as a clinical research. And pharmacovigilance is consists of two words, pharmacon and vigilary. Both are Greek words. Pharmacon means drug and vigilary means monitor. In this, we deal with the monitoring of side effects of any drug. There is a two types, ICSR and aggregate reports. ICSR deals with individual case safety reports, like any drug, like we can assume any type of antibiotic, azithromycin. In a azithromycin, a patient get a severe adverse effect, so they can report. So there is a database, VG flow database, that is regulated by UMC, Uppsala Monitoring Center. Uppsala Monitoring Center is the head of pharmacovigilance. So they can report. So UMC or any regulatory body like Indian regulatory body CDSCO, American regulatory body US FDA, they will monitor and they will highlight in the news that azithromycin is showing these type of adverse effect. Please be aware. So that is a overview of a pharmacovigilance. So types of medical writing. So before the types of medical writing, I want to tell you how many types of medical writing is there. Like first we will deal with scientific writing, medical content writing, and regulatory writing or proper medical writing. These are four types of medical writing. So first we will start with the scientific paper and journals. Scientific papers and journals, like there is a first basic one is there, review articles. What is review articles? Review article is a comprehensive summary of existing research in a specific field. So I want to explore it. What is it? I choose a topic, like I can choose there is a semaglutide. Semaglutide is a anti-diabetic drug, and right now it is using in the weight loss and approved by US FDA in 2019. So I am writing a review on semaglutide. So I will search a database. There is a database name is PubMed, Science Direct, Embase, Cochrane, and Relax. Here the research articles is there, which is written by any pharmaceutical company, any research organization, R&D department of any company, or any research scholar. So we search and we find the topics, and sorry, and we write that in our point of view. That is a review article. We don't need any type of data. Research articles, research article paper that present original research findings. What is the original research findings? There is a study like randomized control trial, clinical trials, observational study, cohort study, case control study, retrospective study, and also a perspective study. So these are the types of research. Firstly, we find out the data, we make up protocols, our study, and we set the inclusion exclusion criteria. That's all. Then we conduct a research, and then we find out the data. Then we draft it in a manuscript, white paper, that is called a manuscript. Case reports, prescription of a unique or rare medical cases, like a patient, let's set an example, a patient dead by cardiac arrest, and cardiac arrest happened by sugar, diabetes mellitus, type 2 diabetes mellitus. So this is a unique combination. So this is a description of unique or rare medical cases. So doctors monitor that cases, and they take a ethical approval from the ethical committee of hospital, and they publish it in a journal. In the case reports, they provide background of case presentation and interventions of the case, and in the last follow up, then find out the conclusion. Letters to editors are short articles responding to previously published research. Like I published a research, and someone found any type of loop in my research work, so he will write the letter to the editor, means in which journal I published my paper. Then that is a letter to the editor. Editorials and commentaries, opinion means there is a scientific and medical new topic for any enjoyment, so we write a editorial and commentaries on that. Okay. So medical content writing, like now scientific writing, any person, you are a single person, you can write your review article. If you are conducting your research, you can write a research article. You don't need. And what is the scientific writing? I want to tell, you can start as a freelancer scientific writer. You can connect to the research scholar, and you can catch them that we are a freelance scientific writer. We have a skills to write up. If you have work, please contact us. Like इसमें एक बेशरम बनना पड़ता है क्लाइंट्स को हंट करने के लिए. Simple. Medical content writing, package inserts and labels. Many pharmaceutical companies hire freelance label writers. You need to make a package inserts and labels for our medications. Drug monograph is a comprehensive description of the pharmaceuticals, like Cefixime 200 is a beta lactam antibiotic. So we need to write a drug monograph on that. So what we will include introduction of Cefixime, pharmacology, dose of administration, and therapeutic index, side effects, adverse effect, conclusion, and all. And in drug interaction, that is a drug monograph. You can go through on WebMD or also go through on PubMed database. You will get the what is the drug monographs. Medical affair documents like education or research updates. This is written by a regulatory bodies, mainly like in India, there is a mefenamic acid. It is used with dicyclomine as an antispasmodic. So this was using too much, so it caused Rett syndrome in India. So CDSCO is Indian regulatory body, and they updated in the news of healthcare department that mefenamic acid is causing Rett syndrome. Please be aware. That is a medical affair document. So this is a research updates. So health news articles, like you saw that like you can go through CNN, New York Times. There is a health section. There is a medical and healthcare research news articles, like a research came out and it is published in standard journal. Topmost standard journal is JAMA and EJM, Lancet, Nature. These are world's topmost research journals. So any research published in that, so any website like New York Times, New York Post, Los Angeles Times, CNN, and the Apple News, there is a lot of standard news, Washington Post, so they covered the research article in 500 words. That is a news articles. Many companies hire freelance news article writers, that is also known as technical content writer. Health blogs and healthcare content for websites, informative content for the general public. You all aware about the blog, what is blogs. Health, public health report, document addressing community health concern. Public health reports, what is that? There is a data collected by the any company, any government, any regulatory body, any pharmaceutical company, like we can take there is a Islamabad in your country. Islamabad, I don't know it is a state or uh, city. The health authority of Islamabad collect the data and make a public health report. That is a document addressing community health concern, like COVID-19 is spread worldwide. So we can take an example in India or in Islamabad Healthcare Authority collect the data and make a percent, how many percent it is dangerous and how many percent it is spreading in the healthcare community. That sorry, in the common people and in the community. So that is a health concern. Health education materials, like you make up pamphlets, posters, websites, health education campaigns, like your founder of RX Connect, Dr. Soha Farooq, organize healthcare campaigns for patients' education, and they make a pamphlet. Like this is a presentation, and this is also a PPT. This is also representing a healthcare information. So like that, pamphlet, posters for a single chart. This is a PPT, websites for healthcare and all. Okay, medical charts and records. Medical charts and records. What is many companies hire a person who has the good command on the medical terminologies, who has a good knowledge of medical. So that is a they manage the documents, patients medical history and treatment. This is mainly found in the hospitals. Patient information leaflets, what is like, there is a rabies vaccine, BCG vaccines. So with the vaccines, there is a information leaflet is available. Like rabies vaccine, what is the time period? You need to take 0, 3, 7, 14, 28 days. This is a period cycle of rabies vaccine. And there is a mention, Dr. Wright on that, and there is an introduction of vaccine is available, adverse effect is available, and time of administration is available. So everything is available, that is only for the patients. This is came with the medicines. Clinical guidelines, like any company, during the COVID, there was a guidelines by the regulatory and healthcare authorities. That is a clinical guidelines for the retail pharmacists, for the doctors, for the nurses, for every healthcare provider who is working in healthcare domain and active in healthcare domain. Medical manuals and handbooks, like medical manuals and handbooks. Right now handbooks is not available because there is a lot of apps, Tata 1mg Geo app in our India. So there is a reference materials, like there is a drug information available, every drug information there, drug monograph, disease monograph. So everything is available. So but medical professionals, like mainly professors and doctors, recommend the book. They don't recommend the apps and websites. Disease summary and fact sheet, like you are making a summary of disease. Any person want to work on a epilepsy, like a doctor and want to work on the epilepsy, and he want to make a summary of disease, and he don't have a time, he will hire any type of freelance scientific writer. So he will write and he will organize the summary, so that will be helpful for the doctor. Fact sheet is that what is a specific focused point, means what is their loop on which topic in epilepsy they want to work. That is a fact sheet. Like we need to mention focused point. Sales training and manual sales training, like every pharmaceutical companies has a medical representative. Medical, I don't know you saw or not, medical representative has a their manual. They have a manual, and in the manual there is a charts available of a drug, their doses, the image of drug. So that is a material for pharmaceuticals and medical device sales representative. That is a manual that is made by a graphic designers, and who has a good command on graphics, he will make it. Medical marketing collateral, brochure, pamphlets, presentation for marketing healthcare products. That is nothing. So a medical writing and regulatory writing. So here we discussed about scientific journals and medical content writing. If you are doing any healthcare content work, you are writing a blog, you are writing a news article, you are writing a medical manual, you are writing a patient information leaflet, you are writing a disease summary. So you are a medical content writer, you are not a medical writer. This is the lack of information in the peoples, they don't know about it. And if you are writing a review article, editorials, you are writing a research paper, that means you are a scientific writer. So please be specific and be clear. So what is medical writing? Exactly, medical writing is a clinical study reports and investigational brochures. I will tell you what is clinical study reports and investigational brochure. Medical writing, you can work as a freelance scientific writer and freelance medical content writer, but you can't work as a freelance medical writer, because exact freelance medical writer is not term, and it is not exist in the clinical research, because clinical study reports are very confidential. I will come on later. First, we will discuss about medical writing and regulatory writing. Medical writing cover your, sorry, cover your clinical study reports. This is a comprehensive document summarizing the result of a clinical trial. There is a innovative company, we can talk about Novartis, GSK, GlaxoSmithKline, Eli Lilly, and Johnson and Johnson's J&J. Right now, I am not aware about any trial. I think, yeah, there is a trial of Novartis drug, that is a remibrutinib, and it is conducting in India, and it is also a multicentric randomized control trial and double blind, double dummy clinical trial. So there is a study and they recruit the patient. This is a phase 3 clinical trial. This is the last clinical trial of remibrutinib. This will pass. So there is a patient recruiting. So we will collect the data. Like in phase 3, we require 1000 to 3000 volunteers. That is called subjects. We require in phase 3 1000 to 3000 subjects. And then we evaluate the data. That is called clinical study reports, because that is a comprehensive document summarizing the result of clinical trial. Like we can assume there is a 2000 patients, 2000 subjects in phase 3. Now we need to make a clinical study reports of 2000. So in the 2000 patient, it is not in a single center. Like in 2000 patient, they estimated they will recruit around 2000 patient in phase 3, and it is not conducting on a single center, it will be a multi-centric. Like in India, there is a most famous hospitals of India, Max Hospital, Medanta hospitals, Fortis hospitals, Apollo hospitals. So these are the very extensive hospital and very costly hospitals. So there, in every hospital has a clinical research department. In every hospital there will be a clinical trial, so that will call a multi-centric. So every center make their clinical study reports of a clinical trial, and that is a full-time job. In India, that is also in UK, Europe, USA, Australia, everywhere there is an opportunity of a medical writer and regulatory writer. Investigational investigator brochures. So what is investigator brochures? Like there is a, in clinical trial will not be conducted by anything. There is a team, there is a project management, there is a clinical research coordinators, there is a clinical research pharmacist, clinical pharmacologist. Every section has a different domain, and everyone has their different skill. And in clinical research department, every person work with their department. Like clinical pharmacologist will see the new molecules pharmacology. Clinical pharmacist will tell how to take a drug, how to administer the drug to the subject. And clinical research coordinator, it will maintain the documents of clinical trial. Now come on the investigator. Investigator is doctor who is specialized. Like remibrutinib is on multiple sclerosis, RMS, relapse multiple sclerosis. So this is a neurological disorder, and the principal investigator will be a doctor who will be a neurologist. So that is called principal investigator. And investigation investigator brochure, this is for the principal investigator by a sponsor or by a clinical research organization. So summary of the drug medical devices under the investigation in a clinical trial. So there is a guidelines mentioned in IB, that how to dispense a drug to the subject, and how to care of a medical device, how to recruit a patient, how to investigate a clinical trial. Clinical trial protocols, that is clinical trial protocols. Like protocols is a guidelines how to conduct a clinical trial. Every detail is mentioned, objective, their criteria, inclusion, exclusion, safety, efficacy ratio, everything. New drug application and biological license application. New drug application, like a new trial conducting, and a new molecule discovered by any company, and they want to conduct a clinical trial. So they will send their report to the regulatory body, US FDA, and they will take the approval from the US FDA that we want to conduct a clinical trial. So US FDA will ask about the safety and efficacy parameter. So they will provide safety, efficacy, and toxicology parameter. If they will good according to US FDA parameter, US FDA will authorize or will approve that drug to in the market as a clinical trial process. So that is a new drug application. Submit our document to regulatory authorities for drug approval, for clinical trial approval, everything. Common technical document. What is CTD? CTD is a common technical document, and it is made by three regulatory bodies. First one is European regulatory body. It is also known as EMA, European Medical Agency, US FDA, United States Food and Drug Administration, and Japan regulatory body. So this is combination of three regulatory body. So why they required CTD? They, because in clinical trial there is a lot of types of document is there, like patient file, TMRF, clinical trial protocols, IP, clinical study reports, clinical data management, many thing is there. So there is a standard format, and there is a 5 parts of CTD to regulate how to do the submission, because this is a standard format for regulatory submission. Okay, so safety reports is a part of a part of pharmacovigilance, like ICSR and aggregate. Aggregate is a combination of data, because it is contain PSUR, periodic safety update reports. So that is aggregate reports they make a period of 1 year, and they updated their safety reports. ICSR individual case safety reports, like a layman person, a common person see a side effect by any type of drug, so he is eligible to report the side effect of drug to the regulatory body. Like in India, we have a Vigiflow, we have PVPI, Pharmacovigilance Program of India. It is conducted by IPC, Indian Pharmacopoeia Commission, and it was established in 2010. And IPC is regulated by CDSCO. CDSCO is a Central Drug Standard Control Organization. Okay, so that is a parts of medical writing. Now I want to come on the clinical research. What is clinical research? Clinical research has two domains: SMO and CRO. SMO is a site management organization where clinical trial is conducted by a CRO. CRO is that company who is conducting a clinical trial. In clinical research, there is a three terms. One is sponsor, second is CRO, and third is SMO. So I want to take an example. A sponsor like Novartis company is sponsoring a new molecule, and they will connect to the CRO, and they will hand over their finance. Like they have a budget of 100 crores, so they will tell to CRO, we have a budget of 100 crores, you need to conduct a clinical trial. So SRO will connect to the CRO will connect to the SMO. SMO is a hospitals, because patient came to the hospital. Okay, so scope, I hope you got the scopes. And eligibility, everyone is eligible. Like mainly pharmacists are eligible. Any healthcare providers, like who has a degree of healthcare, like physiotherapist is also eligible. MBBS is eligible, and PharmD is eligible. If anyone is doing dentistry course, who is dentist doctor, that is available, that is eligible. Nurses is eligible. Everyone, every healthcare person who is educated in healthcare domain, he is eligible to work as a medical writer or scientific writer. Because in organizations, company has a different, like Novartis or GSK, they have a both department. They will have a scientific writing department, they will have a medical writing department. Both department has a different work, and they will have a third department, which is known as medical content writing, who manage their social media, like their websites, Instagram, their LinkedIn, their Twitter. And regulatory body, they will mention, they will see the rule and regulations of clinical trials, and all over the company, all over the world, and all. So this is done by me. Thanks to all of you joined. I want to hand over to Novera. Please, if Novera, if anyone has question, they can ask.
Thank you so much for delivering this session. It was extremely useful. और काफ़ी चीज़ें समझ आईं जो पहले नहीं पता थी. So the question is, just wait a second. It's from Tuba Javed. Okay, what platform did you use initially to start medical writing?
Oh, initially in a medical writing. So can I come to the camera?
Sure.
Okay, sure. So I am stop sharing my. Okay, so medical writing platform which I didn't use because I started as a scientific writer. In my education, I am a D pharma, B pharma, and PG in clinical research and pharmacovigilance. So I have a four publication on my name. So I will share all types of notes. I have all types of medical content writing notes, scientific writing, and regulatory writing. So because in India we have CRO, in India clinical trials is conduct. We have a clinical research organization. We have a sponsors like company Novartis, innovative companies there. So they have a directly opening of a medical writer. Many companies hire freshers. Many companies doesn't hire freshers, they require experienced person like Syneos is a CRO, clinical research organization. They require a experienced person. Like Parexel hire a fresher, but they should have masters in pharmacy, PDS, bachelor of dental surgery, which is not in India. So that is a term because we have a direct opening in our clinical research organization. Okay, so Metigo is also deal with medical and scientific writing. So they have an opening. I gave the interview. Now I am a full-time employee because in India, I don't know. I didn't explore Pakistan, but I explored America, European countries, and India. All have a full-time opportunity of a medical and scientific writing.
Okay, so the second question is that in which journal should a pharmacist try to publish their literature review to get a good impact on their CV?
To get a good impact on their CV. So I will try that. There is a lot of journals is available. There is a two types of journal: open index and close index journal. Open journal will charge you and it will be free for the public. Closed journal will not charge you, and if you will purchase their PDF, so they will charge at that time. Because इसमें क्या होता है, नॉर्मल ये है कि आपके कंटेंट पे डिपेंड करता है हाउ मच एक्सटेंसिव योर कंटेंट इज. Because if you want to publish your research article, so there will be a strategy. Your sorry review article, there will be strategy. You need to work on that. You need to find good topic, unique topic of review. At least it should be published in PubMed index journal. There is a lot of journals you can find, like you have a dermatology, you can find that best dermatology journal. So there will be a lot of name. At least it should be PubMed index or Scopus index journal, because Scopus index has a four criteria: Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Q4 is lower journals, Q1 index is a good journal. Okay, next question.
Thank you for answering. So, next question is that Hajra is saying, can chemistry graduates, are chemistry graduates eligible, like for a scientific writing department? इसका भी बता दें.
Chemistry, yeah, this question already raised by in my country many person. So in it is a simple, it is tough to yes,
सर
yes.
आप थोड़ा उर्दू में बता दें क्योंकि कमेंट आ रहा है कि उर्दू
अच्छा
में ज़्यादा बेहतर समझ आएगी. थैंक यू.
अच्छा, चले ठीक है, मैं उर्दू में बता देता हूँ. सो क्या होता है, केमिस्ट्री के जितने भी पर्सन है, जितने भी कैंडिडेट्स होते हैं, उनके लिए थोड़ा टफ होता है एंटर करना साइंटिफिक राइटिंग में. मैं बताता हूँ क्यों. बिकॉज आपको केमिस्ट्री की नॉलेज है, आपको बॉन्ड्स की नॉलेज है, आपको कंपाउंड्स की नॉलेज है, ठीक है, आपको आईयूपीएसी की समझ है. सो दैट इज टफ इफ यू वांट टू गो. अगर आपको साइंटिफिक राइटिंग में जाना है, तो पहले किसी ना किसी कंपाउंड में आप एक काम कीजिए, दो चार अपने अच्छे से रिव्यू लिख लीजिए, लिटरेचर रिव्यू. ठीक है, मैं किसी दिन रिव्यू कैसे लिखते हैं एक सेशन ऑर्गेनाइज कर दूंगा. सो आप सब उसमें समझ जाएंगे कि रिव्यू कैसे लिखते हैं, डेटा कैसे सर्च करते हैं, उसमें ए टू जेड में समझाऊंगा कि आप ग्राफिक्स कैसे बनाएंगे, आप वर्क कैसे करेंगे. तो हम उसे ऑर्गेनाइज कर सकते हैं, आप जा सकते हैं. बट ये है, पहले आपको खुद एक अपना रिव्यू लिखना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि डायरेक्टली कोई भी कंपनी आपको एंटरटेन नहीं करेगी. वो कहेंगी कि आप केमिस्ट्री ग्रेजुएट है, तो आप ये दिखाएं आपके पास स्किल क्या है. सो स्किल्स दिखाने के लिए आपके पास आपका पब्लिकेशन होगा कि हाँ जी मैंने पब्लिकेशन लिखा है, इसलिए मैं एलिजिबल हूं, आई हैव स्किल. सो दैट्स ऑल.
Okay, so the next question is, okay, I'm a content writer, but being a PharmD student, I want to switch to medical writing. What skills would you suggest building in order to gain clients for medical writing?
दिस इज क्वेश्चन किसकी तरफ से है क्वेश्चन?
ये है एक मिनट, रिजा की तरफ से है।
रिजा, कैन आई डायरेक्टली स्पीक टू यू? इफ यू आर देयर, आई विल अंडरस्टैंड easily if you can speak. ओके, छोड़े, अगर नहीं बोल सकते मैं ऐसी
Yes, of
समझाने की
course.
कोशिश। हाँ, आप बोले, मेरे को थोड़ा ट्रिकी लगा क्वेश्चन, समझ में नहीं आया, बताएं।
अच्छा, अस्सलाम वालेकुम। एक्चुअली सवाल मेरा
वालेकुम
ये
अस्सलाम।
था कि मैं ऑलरेडी कंटेंट राइटिंग करती हूँ, लेकिन मैं एक मल्टीपल निश जनरल राइटिंग करती हूँ फॉर ब्लॉग्स एंड आर्टिकल्स।
ओके,
लेकिन मैं स्विच करना चाह रही हूँ टूवर्ड्स डेडिकेटेडली टूवर्ड्स द मेडिकल राइटिंग।
मेडिकल राइटिंग, देखिए
तो
मेडिकल मेडिकल
मुझे पता है कि क्लाइंट्स आर लाइक कि आपका एक्सपीरियंस तो है, लेकिन आपका उतना उस तरह का एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है।
देखिए, मैंने अभी भी बताया कि मेडिकल राइटिंग में आपको किस फील्ड में जाना है। आपको साइंटिफिक राइटिंग में जाना है, क्लिनिकल रिसर्च वाली मेडिकल राइटिंग में जाना है, ठीक है? आई डोंट नो, अगर वहां पे क्लिनिकल ट्रायल्स चलते हैं आपकी कंट्री में, तो आपको समझ किस किस चीज की होनी चाहिए? आपको समझ होनी चाहिए राइटिंग की, ठीक है, डेटा कलेक्शन की, ठीक है, थोड़ी बहुत स्टैटिस्टिक्स आपको आनी चाहिए, मेडिकल स्टैटिस्टिक्स, और आपको क्लिनिकल रिसर्च की अच्छी समझ होनी चाहिए, क्लिनिकल ट्रायल्स की अच्छी समझ होनी चाहिए, आपको रेगुलेटरी की अच्छी समझ होनी चाहिए। लाइक देयर इज अ, आप मेरी प्रोफाइल पे चले जाएं, मैंने वहां पे जीसीपी करके एक पीडीएफ डाली है। आई थिंक दैट इज E6 मॉड्यूल ऑफ आईसीएच जीसीपी। आपने सुना है आईसीएच का नाम? इंटरनेशनल कम्युनिटी ऑफ हार्मोनाइजेशन। एंड जीसीपी इज अ गुड क्लिनिकल प्रैक्टिस। अगर आपको मेडिकल राइटिंग में जाना है, क्लिनिकल ट्रायल वाली में, सो देयर इज अ निदा, NIDA। निदा एक ऑर्गेनाइज करता है जीसीपी सर्टिफिकेट, दैट इज फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट। आपको सारे रूल रेगुलेशन मिल जाएंगे प्रॉपर रिलेटेड टू मेडिकल राइटिंग एंड जीसीपी क्या होता है, ठीक है?
ओके, थैंक यू वेरी मच।
ओके, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन।
Okay, so being a pharmacist, अच्छा यही क्वेश्चन है कि being a pharmacist, how should I start medical content writing? और
ओके,
और इसके अलावा रिजा ने ही पूछा which international organizations offer internships or junior level positions to freshers?
देखें, कोई भी कंपनी वो नहीं करती। मुझे अपनी कंट्री में पता है, यहाँ पे कोई भी इंटर्नशिप के लिए नहीं करती। यहाँ पे सीधा मास्टर्स के बाद प्लेसमेंट होती है। अगर कोई कंपनी कोई कॉलेज प्लेसमेंट नहीं दे रहा, तो वो अपनी तरफ से खुद को हंट करनी पड़ती है जॉब, ठीक है? और अगर उस पे आए कि बीइंग अ फार्मासिस्ट आप कैसे सर्च कर सकते हैं, कैसे बन सकते हैं एज ए मेडिकल कंटेंट राइटर, आप पहले अपने आप को शार्प करें, ठीक है? आप पहले अपना हाथ साफ करें काम में, ठीक है? मैंने ऐसे भी देखे हैं जो ग्राफिक्स बनाते हैं ना बच्चे, उनमें क्या होता है, उन्हें ये नहीं पता होता कि थोड़ी चीजें ऊपर नीचे होती है। तो ग्राफिक्स बनाए, हाथ अपना शार्प करें चीजों में। जब आपका हाथ शार्प हो जाएगा, तो आपके पास सबसे अच्छा प्लेटफॉर्म है लिंक्डइन या मीडियम, या आप अपने पीडीएफ बना के गूगल ड्राइव में डाल सकते हैं। अगर कोई मांगे तो आप अपना वर्क उन्हें सैंपल भेज सकते हैं। लिंक्डइन की एक खास बात यह है, मैं बताता हूँ किनसे सर्च करें। आप गूगल पे डालें कि मेडिकल कंटेंट राइटिंग कंपनीज, ठीक है, जो आपकी कंट्री में रहते हुए ही आपको वर्क मिल जाए, ठीक है? गूगल पे डालेंगे तो एक वेबसाइट को ना चुने, क्योंकि गूगल गूगल के पास अपना खुद का डेटा नहीं है। गूगल के पास है वेबसाइट्स, लॉट्स ऑफ वेबसाइट्स। सो वेबसाइट्स पे जो डेटा डला हुआ है, गूगल उसे रिप्रेजेंट करता है। 5-6 वेबसाइट्स पे जाएं, तो उनमें जो कॉमन कंपनीज है उन्हें पकड़ लें, ठीक है? फिर उनमें डालें मेडिकल राइटिंग मैनेजर ऑफ दिस कंपनी। उन कंपनीज के मैनेजर को पकड़े, कनेक्शन भेजें उन्हें, ठीक है? फिर जब कनेक्शन स्टार्ट कर लें, सो उनसे बोलें कि हेलो सर, सिंपल ना बोले, पहले इंट्रोडक्शन करें कि आई एम दिस दिस, आई हैव दिस स्किल्स, आई एम लुकिंग फॉर द फ्रीलांस वर्क, कैन यू हेल्प मी आउट। ये सबसे अच्छा वर्क होता है, क्योंकि कॉरपोरेट में क्या है ना, कॉरपोरेट में एक बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है, बहुत ही गंदी प्रॉब्लम है ये। अगर आपने ये किसी ने मुझे काम दिया और वो मेरे डिपार्टमेंट का काम नहीं है, तो मैंने उसे अगर मना कर दिया ना, तो वो बोलेगा कि तुम्हारे अंदर ईगो है। अब अगर वो काम मुझे दे, मैं उसे इनडायरेक्टली मना करूं, तो वो बोली जाएगी मेरी तमीज। ये है कॉरपोरेट। तो इसलिए थोड़े से ये बोलते हैं ना, मक्खन लगा के बात को बोलना पड़ेगा, तब आप वहां से क्लाइंट हंट कर लेंगे। ओके, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन।
हुजैफा, you have raised your hand. अगर आपने कुछ बोलना है तो you can unmute. Until then, Tuba said that I'm a freelancer working as a medical and scientific writer, and I believe that instead of just reading, diving into practical work is crucial. While having basic
ओके,
knowledge is not mandatory, practical experience is what makes a person perfect. So इस बारे में अगर आप कुछ कहना चाहें.
ओके, सो टू क्वाइट इंफॉर्मेटिव। सो साइंटिफिक राइटिंग क्या होती है? आई थिंक सब कंफ्यूज हैं। आप हेल्थ केयर आर्टिकल्स जो लिखते हैं किसी के भी लिए, आप उन्हें साइंटिफिक राइटिंग समझते हैं। मैं आपको समझ दिखाता हूँ, चलो कुछ। ठीक है, अगर आपके पास 5 मिनट है, मैं अपनी स्क्रीन शेयर करता हूँ। ठीक है, सो इट्स माय स्क्रीन इज विजिबल टू एवरीवन। ओके, इग्नोर। सो यहाँ पे एक डेटाबेस होता है जिसे हम बोलते हैं पबमेड। पबमेड एक डेटाबेस है जहां पे आपको आर्टिकल्स मिलेंगे किसी भी टॉपिक से रिलेटेड। ठीक है, तो इसमें क्या करना पड़ता है, पबमेड पबमेड रेगुलेट होता है। इट इज एन देयर इज मेंशन एन ऑफिशियल वेबसाइट ऑफ यूनाइटेड स्टेट गवर्नमेंट। सो ये यूनाइटेड स्टेट गवर्नमेंट की, लाइक हम सर्च करते हैं टाइप 2 डायबिटीज मेलेटस। ठीक है, सो डायबिटीज मिलेटस। सो यहाँ पे देखिए आप, 1951 से 2024 तक 1,98,317 आर्टिकल पब्लिश हुए हैं डायबिटीज मिलेटस पे। ठीक है, तो अब हम क्या करेंगे, सॉरी, ये है रिसर्च और रिव्यू। तो पहले हम सेलेक्ट कर लेते हैं, चलो, फ्री फुल टेक्स्ट जो बिल्कुल फ्री है। मैंने पहले बताया था ना, कुछ जर्नल चार्ज करती है अगर क्लोज एक्सेस जर्नल्स होती है। तो ये फ्री फुल टेक्स्ट आर्टिकल सेलेक्ट करते हैं। ठीक है, ये फ्री फुल टेक्स्ट हो गए, और अब हम सर्च करते हैं, फिल्टर डालते हैं, हमें देखना है सिर्फ रिव्यू आर्टिकल। ठीक है, रिव्यू आर्टिकल देखते हैं। ओके, सो अब हमारे पास हो गया, थोड़े लेटेस्ट आर्टिकल्स सेलेक्ट करते हैं, तो हम यहाँ पे रेंज यहाँ से भी सेट कर लेंगे। तो हम पिछले 14 साल 13 साल की रेंज सेट करते हैं। ओके, सो अब आते हैं टाइप 2 देखो, ये रहा फ्री पीएमसी आर्टिकल है। देखो ये लाइन देखें, यहाँ पे मेंशन है फ्री पीएमसी आर्टिकल और रिव्यू, सेकंड पे रिव्यू, फ्री पीएमसी। ठीक है, सो टाइप 2 डायबिटीज मिलेटस, इसे ओपन करते हैं। फिर हम आएंगे फ्री फुल टेक्स्ट, यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है। ठीक है, और देयर इज अ पीडीएफ। ओके, सो यहाँ पे आपको सभी तरीके का डेटा मिल जाएगा। ठीक है, दैट इज अ रिव्यू आर्टिकल, this is not a research. Okay, so this is introduction, and there is a graphic. This graphic is made on ppt powerpoint presentation. So ये होते हैं हमारे रिव्यू आर्टिकल, इन्हें बोला जाता है साइंटिफिक राइटिंग्स। ओके, सो अब मैं दिखाता हूं आपको रिसर्च आर्टिकल क्या होते हैं। सो ये तो हो गया आपके, ये सब ग्राफिक्स पीपीटी के थ्रू बने हुए हैं, कुछ कैनवा का यूज करते हैं। ओके, ये टेबल्स हैं, और ये आपके रेफरेंसेस है, उन्होंने जो रेफरेंसेस डाले हुए हैं, कहाँ से उन्होंने डेटा उठाया, ये लास्ट में ये रेफरेंसेस डालते हैं। ओके, अब आते हैं नेक्स्ट पे। नेक्स्ट हम देखेंगे रिसर्च आर्टिकल। ये रिव्यू का फिल्टर हटा देंगे, सॉरी, ठीक है, यहाँ पे देखो क्लिनिकल ट्रायल है, क्लिनिकल ट्रायल डालेंगे, ठीक है, और हम डालेंगे रैंडमाइज्ड कंट्रोल ट्रायल, ठीक है, दिस इज अ रैंडमाइज्ड कंट्रोल ट्रायल। आपको कोई लेटेस्ट रिसर्च आर्टिकल चाहिए, इस पे मिल जाता है, ठीक है। तो ये रिसर्च आर्टिकल्स हैं, ये है कैना कैनाग्लिफ्लोजिन एंड हार्ट फेलियर, ठीक है। तो ये फ्री फुल टेक्स्ट आर्टिकल हो गया। जो रिसर्च आर्टिकल होगा ना, उसका फॉर्मेट ऐसा होगा हमेशा, बैकग्राउंड, मेथड, रिजल्ट एंड कंक्लूजन, ओके, ये रही पीडीएफ उसकी। एंड अब हम आ जाते हैं, दिस इज अ ओरिजिनल रिसर्च आर्टिकल, ओके, देयर इज अ, आप देख सकते हैं ये सारा डेटा है, ये नंबर्स वगैरह ये सब कैलकुलेशन करके डेटा हम एक्सक्रीट आउट करते हैं। ये पार्टिसिपेंट डिटेल्स थी, ये रैंडमाइज ट्रीटमेंट फॉलोअप था, ये इनका मेथड था, प्रोग्राम डिजाइन इन्होंने सब डाला हुआ है, ये इनके आउटकम्स थे, ये इनका रिजल्ट है, इन्होंने स्टेटिस्टिकल एनालिसिस कैसे किया, तो सब चीज अवेलेबल होती है। ये रहा जी आपका चार्ट हर एक पेशेंट का। तो ये कोई इजी काम नहीं है रिसर्च आर्टिकल राइटअप करना, इट इज वेरी टफ। आप देखें, ये इन्होंने पार्टिसिपेंट इनके पास पता है कितने थे, 1441, 1461, 1461, उन सबका इन्होंने डेटा दिया है। सो इट्स नॉट अ इजी थिंग टू राइट अप अ रिसर्च आर्टिकल, ठीक है। सो ये सारी चीजें होती है, आई थिंक। Shehzad, you can speak. You have question.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम रिस्पेक्टेड सर, थैंक यू सो मच सर,
वालेकुम
आपका
अस्सलाम।
बहुत ही अच्छा सेशन रहा। सर हम अब फाइनल ईयर में हैं, हमने रिसर्च की, हमें एसपीएस आया, हमें एक्सेल आया, डाटा कलेक्शन कर ली। हम जब सर आर्टिकल लिखने पे आए ना, तो हमारी जो साइंटिफिक राइटिंग थी ना, वो थोड़ी सी वो आर्टिकल वाली नहीं थी जो हमें करनी चाहिए। सर ये इसकी टिप्स दें कि मैं किस तरह से अपने रिसर्च आर्टिकल की इस राइटिंग को इम्प्रूव करूं, आया आर्टिकल रीडिंग बढ़ा दूं या
हाँ, ये सबसे बहुत ही, इस पूरे सेशन में जो सबसे अच्छा क्वेश्चन पूछा है सजाद, तुमने पूछा है, ठीक है। आई अप्रिशिएट यू, तुमने राइटिंग का क्वेश्चन पूछा कैसे राइट अप करते। देखो, राइटिंग आपको तब तक नहीं आएगी जब तक आप पढ़ना स्टार्ट नहीं करोगे, खुद को शार्प नहीं करोगे, ठीक है। राइटिंग में क्या होता है, मैं आपको सिंपल एक चीज बता देता हूँ। जो भी आपको डेटा मिले, राइटिंग का पहला उसूल है, जो आपकी फर्स्ट लाइन है, जहां पे वो फुल स्टॉप हो रहा है ना, वहां से जब आप सेकंड लाइन स्टार्ट करोगे, वो सेकंड लाइन फर्स्ट लाइन से कोरिलेट करनी चाहिए, ठीक है, समझ गए। फर्स्ट पैराग्राफ सेकंड पैराग्राफ से कोरिलेट करना चाहिए, इंटरकनेक्टेड होनी चाहिए एक दूसरे से चीजें। ये सबसे पहली और मेन चीज है किसी आर्टिकल को राइट अप करने से पहले, ठीक है। और दूसरी चीज पे आए, एक एक मैं तुम्हें एक वो बता देता हूं, एक ऐप है क्विलबोट, ठीक है। ये एआई ऐप है क्विलबोट। ये क्या है, ये पैराफ्रेजिंग का ऐप है। इसमें अगर आपके पास प्रीमियम नहीं है तो आप एक बार में 125 वर्ड्स को रीफ्रेज कर सकते हो, ठीक है। आप क्या करोगे, कंटेंट उठाओ, उसे डालो उसमें, जो आपको कहीं से भी जर्नल सर्च करो, जर्नल सर्च करने के बाद आर्टिकल सर्च करो, आर्टिकल सर्च करने के बाद पबमेड पे वहां से आर्टिकल उठाओ, कोई आपको लाइन अच्छी लगी है, उस लाइन को पैराफ्रेजिंग के लिए डालो क्विलबोर्ड पे, फिर उसे रिफ्रेश करो, फिर उसे अपने उसमें डाल दो। बाद में जब उसका प्लेजरिज्म, प्लेजरिज्म पता है क्या होता है?
यस सर, किसी का आइडिया लेना मेनली वो यही कहते हैं, लेकिन
नहीं
हम
नहीं नहीं
कहते
नहीं,
हैं
नहीं।
किसी के मतलब
प्लेज,
आर्टिकल से ना वही सेम मतलब जो लाइंस हैं वो लेके अपने आर्टिकल में ले लेना। कोई बोल्ड मैं
हाँ
यूज
हाँ
कर
हाँ,
रहा हूँ सर।
तो क्विलबोर्ड यूज कर रहे हो तो उस प्लेजरिज्म में क्या होता है, प्लेजरिज्म चेक करने के लिए ऐप होते हैं जिनका आपको प्रीमियम लेना पड़ता है, आप क्विलबोर्ड का प्रीमियम ले सकते हैं। तो उसमें वो दिखाता है आपका कंटेंट, जो अच्छी जर्नल्स हैं वो 15% से कम प्लेजरिज्म लेती है। मैं प्लेजरिज्म और रिव्यू आर्टिकल राइटिंग के ऊपर किसी दिन सेशन रख दूंगा, तो आप समझ जाएंगे, क्योंकि अभी सेशन एंडिंग का टाइम हो रहा है, ठीक है। ये थोड़ा सा मैं माजरत चाहूंगा इसके ऊपर, मैं पूरा क्लैरिफाई नहीं कर पा रहा, ये थोड़ा सा लॉन्ग टॉपिक है, मैं अगर इसके ऊपर बोलने लगूं 20-30 मिनट चले जाएंगे, ठीक है ना? तो मैं किसी दिन डॉक्टर सोहा से बात करके इसके ऊपर सेशन अरेंज कर देंगे, रिव्यू आर्टिकल राइटिंग और प्लेजरिज्म रिमूवल और राइटिंग स्किल एनहांसमेंट के ऊपर, ठीक है?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
ओके, एनीवन एल्स हु हैज क्वेश्चन?
अगर किसी का क्वेश्चन है so they can ask, otherwise we will be ending the session.
ठीक है,
And
सना अंजुम का एक क्वेश्चन था, सॉरी. Being a pharmacist, how should I start medical content writing? Being a pharmacist, you can start as a medical content writing, write your blogs, write your news, ठीक है? Write your news articles, connect with the peoples, connect with the company managers, search the companies on Google, I already told you. So आपको LinkedIn से client मिल जाएंगे, ठीक है? सॉरी नोवेरा इंटरप्ट करने के लिए बीच में,
नहीं
ठीक है?
नहीं, it's okay. And Tuba Javed said ke quite an informative webinar. And और क्या है, अच्छा, Sania Said said कि thanks Asim sir for giving such a great session.
एंड
और
एक चीज मैं आपको बोलना चाहूंगा, अगर आपको कुछ भी मटेरियल चाहिए मेडिकल राइटिंग से रिलेटेड, जो स्टैंडर्ड मटेरियल होते हैं, आप मेरी प्रोफाइल पे चले जाना, आप गूगल पे सर्च करना मोहम्मद आसिम सैफी, MOHP आसिम सैफी, फर्स्ट प्रोफाइल मेरी आएगी, आप जाके देख लेना, मेरी प्रोफाइल में इतना मटेरियल पड़ा है, आप अगर उन्हें भी पढ़ लोगे ना, अ, कसम खुदा की आप बहुत अच्छे मेडिकल राइटर और साइंटिफिक राइटर बन जाओगे, ठीक है? वहां से भी अगर आप ले लोगे, बहुत मटेरियल पड़ा है। अभी मैंने लास्ट 3 डेज पहले EMWA की एक बुक डाली है पूरी 100 पेजेस की, व्हाट अबाउट मेडिकल राइटिंग, क्या है मेडिकल राइटिंग, सब कुछ है उसमें, सब कुछ, ठीक है? आपको मिल जाएगा, मैं नोट शेयर कर दूंगा, ठीक है? आई एम लिविंग नोवेरा, थैंक्स फॉर दिस अपॉर्चुनिटी एंड थैंक्स टू ऑल ऑफ यू.
ठीक है, थैंक यू सो मच सर, बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिला और बाकी सबको भी बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिला होगा. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर शेयरिंग योर नॉलेज. इंशाल्लाह इट विल
चलिए,
हेल्प ऑल ऑफ अस. थैंक यू सो मच. अल्लाह हाफिज एवरीवन.
ठीक, ठीक है, अस्सलाम वालेकुम, शब बखैर,
वालेकुम
बाय.
अस्सलाम. अल्लाह हाफिज.